All right. Welcome to another edition of DMV SPORTS SHOW. I'm your host, Rasul McGee. It's Saturday. That's right, Saturday, December 23rd. And we got tomorrow is Christmas Eve, and we got a show that you wouldn't believe. We are talking about the Commanders, Washington Commanders. We're talking about the Washington Wizards, Washington Capitals. We're also talking about Baltimore Orioles, Maryland Terrapins, basketball and football. We're talking about, for you, any other team that you have that is sports related news, come on in. And I'm speaking to you. Yes, come on in. The call-in number is 512-543-4662.
Yeah, for some of y'all, yeah.
All right, so I'm back again for round two, as I figured it was going to cut off because there's a timer cutting off every time I get on, but no problem. Hey, so like I said before, we're going to talk about the Washington Commanders, Washington Wizards, Washington Capitals. We're talking about the Baltimore Orioles, Maryland Terrapins, basketball and football. And we also want to talk about the NBA and the NFL coming up as well. There's so much to unpack. It's just a great thing to have. So let's get started with the Washington Commanders. Commanders lost to the Los Angeles Rams 28-20. Gave a really good defensive outing, but it wasn't good enough. Deron Payne had a sack. I think Jonathan Allen was a no-show. They could have had multiple sack, but the players were not as gifted as the ones we actually drafted. So in this draft class coming up, we have really good chance of landing either one or two or possibly three, depending on our draft picks coming up. As for the NBA, that's coming up a little later. So let's talk about our next opponent tomorrow, none other than the New York Fighting Jets. Yes, I said fighting because they are fighting for their lives, because they got to have an offensive burst, because those players who are competing now would not be with the team next year. So with that being said, we're going to have our panel who are our reigning champions. 771-233-9094. That's Big Steve. I already know. I heard his voice. And we're also talking about Marilyn Myers, aka the coach. She is here with me right now, and this is the team. And a little later, we're going to hear from Lou and potentially another caller who's coming in, or maybe we have more, so we never know. But we'll wait. So, with that being said, let's talk with the panel. Last Sunday's game was not painful. It was not hurtful. It was more of not a surprise. It was more of a, they tried, type of feeling, right? We just have a caller 914-674-6007. State your name for the record, please.
Hi, Rosal. It's me, Jordan.
Hey, Jordan, welcome. It's a long time no see. Thank you for coming in. We were just talking about the Commanders, and they're playing the Los Angeles Rams and lost by 8 points. But it wasn't a completely loss. It was a good effort. Lost by 8 is a good thing. Losing by 20 is not such a good thing. But the question is,
yeah, they were fighting.
Yeah, they were actually playing like they had a really good sleep. But the problem is they left too much on the field. There was a wide receiver open. They wasn't playing. They were playing in a cover 2 under. Now, cover 2 under is actually what they do is they see a quarterback throw to the wide receiver and they try to pick it off, a high and low type of thing, if you will. So if a safety's high, he will come and low, while a tender corner will come in, swat the ball, and it's a pick 6. That's a cover 2 under. Now, in this case, they knew exactly where they were going because Sam Howell was telegraphing to the defense where he was going to go. Sam Howell hasn't really adopted of looking away and throwing it to the other side, or looking away to get the safety to bite, so that way the one-on-one matchup could be won by Terry. He's not that good of a quarterback just yet. He has issues in the game. He left the game because he was unable to get a touchdown the way that Eric Bieniemy had actually drawn up. So they entered Jacoby Brissett. Now, Jacoby came in and executed the way Eric Bieniemy wanted. Now, my thing is, Jacoby was trying to coach him up on the sidelines. Jacoby wasn't Sam Howell wasn't understanding because of the fact he was too frustrated that he did not get the ball rolling, and he understood that he didn't want to throw an interception. I get all that. You're young to the game. I get that. But you do not, and I repeat, you do not get upset and you throw a tantrum and you come off the field. The idea is to learn. And how you learn is by watching Jacoby. You did not learn by watching Jacoby. You learned by looking at the tablet. This is why I say that he needed another year, just like Tom Brady, sitting down, looking at the playbook, looking at the film. He does not need to be in the game. This is why I have always said this. When we drafted a quarterback, he was an understudy for a reason, to learn the offense. Now, granted, yes, I'm not biased. I'm just being 100% accurate. Taylor Heineke needed to be here to coach him up. Now reading from a former player, Nick Sundberg, long snapper, he said, and I quote, "Ron Rivera lied to me." And that threw me back. So I'm like, oh, so if he lied to him, he must have lied to Taylor. So he lied to Taylor, he lied to Sundberg, and he must have lied to Chase Young, and he might have lied to Montez Sweat. So everything is starting to add up. Ron Rivera gambled all our more capable players. What's up, Lou? Lou is here. Louis Tenor is the co-host of the Enhanced Sports Show. Lou, Merry Christmas Eve to you, buddy. We're going to talk about the Cowboys, and we're going to talk about the Bills. I know I said it on the show. I want you to. I just want to let you know. All right. But we're going to get to you in a minute. Just hold that thought. All right. So we're talking about the Commanders and what transpired with Ron Rivera. So this pattern that Ron Rivera is, it's because of the fact he doesn't. I want to say he doesn't care, but it shows that his level of disrespect is starting to show more now than it did before. So Nick Sundberg, Chase Young, Montez Sweat, Taylor Heineke, this is a problem. But yet, don't get me wrong, we did win the NFC East with a horrible record with Taylor Heineke at the helm and Kyle Allen. I wasn't too set on Kyle Allen, but he actually did pretty well when he needed to. But then it merged Taylor Heineke with that burst of energy. Now we're spiraling out of the playoffs, which we were eliminated by. We were eliminated last week. But there is a bright spot, folks. The NFL draft has a quarterback by the name of Michael Penix, quarterback of the Washington State Huskies. This guy has an unorthodox arm, but could be taught how to throw perfectly in the NFL. DE, Lua Laiatua, UCLA, DE. We can either get these two commodities and build the high-power offense that we need. All we need is a capable defensive coordinator and either Eric Bieniemy or somebody who has a high-power offense. Now, I'm not saying get rid of Sam. No, that's not what I want. I want Sam to take a back seat. He already knows the offense. He can easily come in and execute Y and Z. The one who could throw furthest is Michael Penix, who can come in and give us a burst of energy that we've been looking for. Don't get me wrong. I like Sam Howell running. That's fine. But he's not.
So you're talking about starting another rookie?
I'm talking about somebody who's capable of throwing down the field when there is a person wide open. Now, he hasn't really done that, but he's thrown into double coverage. I'm not saying this rookie won't, but I'm saying that he's thrown it into double coverage after doing it again and again and again and again. I.e., the Bears, i.e., the Buffalo Bills, Dallas, for God's sake. And he didn't throw anything in. He didn't throw anything in the Rams game, but he was more frustrated in the Rams because the Rams were in a type of two-man under that frustrated him. You understand? Frustrated him, and he could not.
Well, I think that any quarterback would get frustrated.
Well, not necessarily, because Jacoby Brissett went in there and scored a touchdown, 124 yards.
Yeah, I like that. That
you see,
cool.
You see what I'm saying?
But that's what he needed to do, was to learn. Let him go in there and show him.
Exactly, and that's my point. He should have took a back seat, sat down, and let Jacoby execute the X and Y and show him exactly where the ball placement should be. Jacoby did exactly what he should have done in the beginning of the game. We could have won that by 3 points, but look, people, listen.
Yeah.
Jacoby could have came in the start of the game, won it by 3 points or touchdown. They did not do anything in the first and second quarter. It took the third quarter for them to get hot. and we allowed them to get hot. That's the problem I'm having with this team. We let go 2 potential first-round picks, and we went from okay to horrible. Now, I'm not saying that when Chase and Montez was here, we were outstanding. We were just good, you know? So, my question to the panel.
Were playing better when we had Chase.
Exactly. We just needed another year, right? So, my question to the panel is, the draft is coming up. We'll get to the 7-3 ratio at the end of the show, but to this credit of where we are right now, this draft, do you think we're capable of landing another number 1, another second-round pick, like a Chase, like a Montez, and build up this defense where it needs to be? And I'll get to another question for after we answer this one. So we're going to start with Big Steve all the way to Lou.
Okay, we're gonna go with a left tackle with our first round draft pick. Like I said, but we need to lose to the Jets. I'm sorry to say that, lose to the Jets. We cannot win no more games. I'm just saying, because we're gonna lose to the 49ers and we're gonna lose to the Cowboys.
Yeah,
we can beat the Jets, but we can fall from 14 to 19.
The Cowboys. You never know.
Well, hold on. Let's hear Steve. Let's hear Big Steve out. Go ahead, Big Steve.
Because the Cowboys gonna want to beat us because say the 49ers lose, say if Philly lose, then the Cowboys will have the number 1 seed, and they want that. They want the championship game at Texas Stadium. That's why they're gonna beat the crap out the Commanders.
Huh. All right. Let's go, Maryland. What do you think?
All right. Yeah, we would benefit by getting both replacements for Chase Young and Montez Sweat, of course. Now, I do have a question. It depends on if you were talking about a quarterback as a rookie and going to be starting all over again. So I'm like, okay, they got to adjust to NFL. And, yeah, that's going to take some time, just like it has Sam.
Okay.
But Sam has been, getting better until we got to the Rams. And, yeah, I'm glad they put the other guy in there. Did it. He did it.
Right.
It should have been done before.
Thank you. That's right. We're gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to your question. I'm gonna get to your question in a minute, but we gotta let Lou and Jordan answer the question. Go ahead, Jordan. Jordan. Okay, Jordan is away. Go ahead, Lou. Take it away.
Yeah, I just can't believe Steers that he wants the Commanders to lose after all that. I mean, he's been, that. Yeah, I know it's all about draft picks now and everything, but you still got to try and finish your season strong. To make statements out for next year. So I just wouldn't try to eventually throw in the towel. That's not good football. Even though you're out of it, out of the playoff or anything, you still got to try and make a strong statement, for your team next year.
Well, Lou, let me say, hold on. I want to answer that. So, Lou, here's the thing. Right. Big Steve is, he wants the number 1 pick. Now, the number 1 pick is a lot. It means a lot because the number 1 pick means you're going to get your guy. Now, we're competing with 32 other teams, right? And not only are we competing with 32 other teams, we're competing in the off season. You already know who's going to the Super Bowl. Those guys are going to have the very last pick, right? So we have to get the better picks so that way we can battle the next year. Now, in this case, we don't have that much to be playing for. Now, you're right. These players means a lot. A lot.
How they can destroy the Commanders at home because they know if the 49ers lose one of them games, they can have home field advantage throughout the playoffs. So it can be anybody's game.
So that
that's the reason I wished that Heineke was, here to coach up Sam.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yes, and that was my point too. That,
And he was playing Sunday and he started Sunday in Atlanta. So he's trying to win the division for Atlanta.
right, and that was my point. My point exactly. So
I was wishing we could get him back.
So now that we're completely out of contention, my thing is that our fight now is off field, because now we can't really play for a division or a championship or the East because of the fact of how Ron Rivera played the whole entire team. That's what Nick Sumber said. That's what Chase Young and Montez Sweat says. So right now we have to do that. So Lou, we're not trying to talk down the team. We're trying to strategize for next year, because we're trying to reach for another level of player that can actually excel, like a Chase Young, like a Montez Sweat. But to go,
well, they're going to have to build up that offensive line.
yes, and that's what Steve was saying. He's saying that we gotta get that Penn State number one. But
we're gonna get the left tackle and then a right guard, and then we go. You know what? Don't be surprised they sign Tua from the University of Maryland as the last second round pick.
So here's another thing. I was looking at Michael Penix, Washington State quarterback. That guy's arm is lethal. Tua's arm is lethal. But I'm looking at the interceptions. Tua throws a lot of interceptions. I want Tua. I want Michael Penix. I know I can't have both, but you know what? This is NFL.
He's gonna be gone.
I don't know because his throwing motion is unorthodox, and that reminds me of a basketball player of Lonzo Ball, because when Lonzo Balls, he's a basketball player for the UCLA men's basketball team, and we're gonna get that in a minute too. He was used to shoot above his right eye, which is unorthodox and made no sense whatsoever. The NBA basketball scouts did not want him because of that. What happened? His father went on to every talk show about the NBA and got those boys into the NBA. Now you got somebody who threw over 4,000 yards in that school history, over 40 touchdowns. This guy is not no fluke. He is the real deal. Now, granted, I like how Sam Howell threw over 3,000 yards as his rookie season. That's good. Now, what you have to do is throw more touchdowns than interceptions. He threw interceptions more than he threw touchdowns in the last 5 to 6 games, and he actually did well.
Peyton Manning did that too.
Peyton Manning
did that also.
But here's the thing about Peyton.
Couple of years.
Here's the thing about Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning went to the playoffs, and he won it.
When he went, not some of the first couple of years, he threw more interceptions than touchdowns, and then he got better his third year.
But he had added, what's his game? Marvin Harrison. He had it. They added Marvin Harrison, and that's why they went to the playoffs. Along with, he made it to the playoffs the second year, right? So this is very precise. We have to stock up. We have to stock up because our potential roster right now isn't that good. Yes, we have talent, but it's not talented. You understand? We need a talented. We got talent. We need talented.
Well, they took the talent away from
Exactly. That's the problem. Ron Rivera gambled away a lot of players. We could have had Nick Sundberg, right? We went and drafted Cheese Man. Why? I have no idea. Cheese Man cost us a field goal to actually go up 1 or 2 points, or even sliced it to 3. You know, we also have Marion.
Let's not forget that when we came out, the guys, the team, the whole team, before the Rams game, psychologically, they were already saying this season is over.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, you cannot let your team come out and feel like that. You know?
When you were talking about...
You don't do that. I don't care who, what, when, where, or how. If you don't do that, you build them up.
Here's the thing.
But,
Here's the thing that bothers me the most. You talk about morale. I agree with you. You talk about spirit. I agree with you. But when we talk about those things and the team doesn't feel that and they just go up there to play and they're not executing, you know who's actually going between the tackles. You know who's actually trying to swat the ball. You know who's trying to get that extra first down. You know that's the morale. But when you see another player and that player is actually, you know, breaking through to the offense's defensive, you know, what is that, blocking, and they just standing there looking at the player and going, I'll let him go. And then you see their left tackle go, oh, nah, I didn't do anything. And throwing his hand motion at the ref. You know that these players are not really trying to execute. They're just trying to put more tape on for the next job. See, this is where favoritism and creation comes in, because if you're showing favoritism to the next the next team, then you're not worrying about where you at right now because you already made your decision. Now you're just costing your quarterback to be on the ground more. Now you just injured your quarterback, right? Now you just injured your running back. And then you're like, I won't be here tomorrow. I won't be here next year. I'm good. All right, let's try it again. Okay, this time I'm going to wait and release and then walk away. That's the negativity of mindset that we have right now. I'm not saying who, but you can actually see it on the field. Like the third quarter, there was a burst in the middle. I don't know who the left guard was at the time. The left guard actually allowed defender of they were actually double team. What's his name? Donald something. I forgot his name. Aaron Donald. They double team him, right?
Yeah.
Now he got free, and then what happened was, thank goodness that Sam rolled out a little bit to the left, but he still was blocked. But then the edge guy on the left side sacked him, and I'm thinking, yo, okay, so how long did you think you could hold that little guy who he's little than you? How can you let him come in and sack Sam, and you're bigger than this man? And you're just like, so whoever was on that left tackle didn't do squat, right? And then the next play, And then the next play, he threw the ball. And he overthrew Terry. Keep in mind, Terry was just a few yards.
That's almost unusual right there.
You see what I'm saying? The point is
Terry was not catching the ball. What was it, two games before that?
But see, that wasn't his fault.
You know what?
That wasn't his fault because it was kept hitting in his chest. The ball kept hitting his chest just like it did Pringle. Pringle got hit in the chest with the ball too. It's all about timing. Their timing is off. They're thinking about something totally different.
They're supposed to be practicing that.
That's the coach's fault. Exactly. The coaches are responsible for everything from timing to managing the clock to offense, defense, and special teams. Don't get me started on special teams because there's one player I kept advocating for and we got him and he ain't doing anything. So Kashmir Allen, I'm thinking Kashmir is going to be exceptional. He's going to be like what is his name? Banks in 2012.
Yeah, but
he didn't squat.
He just messed up on that last preseason game. He messed up.
Exactly my point. So he didn't do squat.
Yeah.
So now we wasted a draft pick. Now he's just occupying a spot on the special teams, and now we're just sitting here looking like we're sitting down twiddling our thumbs. Now then you have Sam pouting that he couldn't get between the defense, and then here comes JACOBY lighting it up. JACOBY's like, listen, this is how you do it. Stop doing that way. Just look at what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out here and I'm going to execute. This is how it's doing. Now you got to do it. Then what you do is you're going to say it, and then you have Sam come on. This is what frustrated me, right? So at the end of the game, they asked him a question. He kept saying it is what it is. All right, stop saying that. There's no is what it is. You either lost or you didn't. The man just asked you, how did you feel about the loss? It is what it is. Okay, all right.
Really?
So, that's exactly right. So how do you feel?
Well, I'm going to say one thing, like that long snapper.
Nick Sundberg.
He made his own mistake.
Oh, you mean Cheese? Yeah, Cheese is. He was.
Cheese. Look,
He
you
screwed up.
almost cost our all-pro punter to lose his life.
Yes.
Like I said.
Yes.
Not once, but twice.
Yes.
Not once, but twice.
And
They're going to protocol for concussion twice.
Yes.
That's not good.
Let me.
What I'm saying, that man has no right to blame anybody, but he needs to go look in the mirror.
So here's a fun trivia for everybody. Who was the last long snapper that ruined the season for the Redskins versus / Commanders? There's only one player.
I only know. I know that.
Yo,
I know that.
You know who the. You know his name?
It was him, and remember his brother was the punter, and he was long snapper, and we played against Tampa Bay.
That's right.
And him and his brother was eating a hot dog.
There you go.
I never get it.
There you go.
Nick Sundin.
Not
Nick Sundin.
No.
But I know you're talking about.
I got his name.
Yeah, they was eating a hot dog.
I didn't know his brother. I forgot his brother's name, but the first punter, the punter's name is Matt Turk. The name is Matt Turk. Matt Turk was his name. The punter's brother is Turk, but I don't know his first name. But rest his soul. His brother committed suicide after his daughter asked him, "Why did you lose the game?" And he committed suicide. That's about that. But what Cheeseman cost us all. I hope Tressway is actually good. I hope he's okay. But he actually ruined that by snapping the ball to the ground. You're supposed to snap it upward to where the hands are. That is a problem. We should have not let Nick Sundberg go. Nick Sundberg was consistent. You cannot let somebody who's consistent go. and he was a big man, so that meant you couldn't jump through the cracks to block it. So that's the problem with that. Now, keep in mind, we still have what 2 games to go. The Jets.
After the Jets, you got the 49ers.
49ers and the Cowboys. So I already know, I said this before on the show, we're not going to win against the 49ers. It's just no brainer. We're going to get embarrassed. You know, every time we play the 49ers, we actually outdo ourselves and then fail. And then we fail.
Try too hard?
No, because the last game we played against the 49ers, we didn't score 1 touchdown. But we didn't allow them any touchdowns either. They kept kicking field goals.
It was 9-0.
9-0, exactly. 9-0. So we actually outdid ourselves, and we didn't do anything for ourselves. So we did a 180. So we actually here's what I hate. Here's what I hate though. We do exceptionally well against the 49ers, and then we do the bare minimum in the last 3 quarters. And then we come out like, oh, we should be proud of ourselves. I would say, let me smack the whistle out of your hand for a minute. Let me just smack it, because you do not come out that game cheering that you lost. It's a loss for a reason. Just like you don't come out of the Rams game saying, oh, we lost by 8 points, but we did heck of a well. No, we didn't. We didn't do anything. We just actually scored 20 points. We've been scoring 20 points all season long, only for exception of the Eagles and the Broncos, and that's it. Two teams. So I'm frustrated. Now I know what's going to happen the last 2, and I agree with Steve. And Steve says we're going to lose to the Cowboys, and I agree with him. And it's not about us giving up; it's the reality that we don't have an offense, and we don't have a defense.
I'm sorry, Lou, but we don't need a team from Texas.
We gonna no. You know what? Because we lose to the Cowboys, because the Cowboys are looking like this.
Oh, here we go.
The 49ers can lose. You know, it's the NFL. This is the NFL. Anything can happen. They can lose, and then the Cowboys can say, "Hey,
none right
we
now.
can get home field.
No game is on
we
tonight.
can get home field. We can get home field advantage, right? You know what? All we got to do is beat the Eagles, right? And we in the Super Bowl, and that's what they're gonna be thinking. So you know what you're gonna be doing to kiss a sink at us.
Well, hold on. Let's give Lou a chance, because I was going to bring Lou and talk about the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Because Lou, let's talk. Let's talk. Hold on, we got to get to it, because Lou has all the answers right now. I tried to talk to Jordan. Is Jordan back? Jordan, you here? Okay, no. Lou. Okay, so Lou, Buffalo Bills and Dallas. Here's what's happened. Michael Parsons came up and said that he doesn't like frat guys. Now he was talking about Josh Allen. Josh Allen did not like that one bit. What happened? No?
Josh Allen is not sad. He's just big.
Cowboys got the best of them. I mean, you know, we just, you know, our defense just wasn't there again against Buffalo. They have a hiccup against them, but I don't see it, you know, any real damage done, because you know they're in the playoffs anyway. So they just have more to Buffalo than Dallas.
But we just
got a little bit over too confident. You know,
that's what it was.
We're going to crush the Bills and whatnot.
That's what it was.
I mean, that does occur, even despite how strong our team is. You know, there's always that one little up the road, and unfortunately, came in the hands against the Bills. Although I will say, I know somebody who's certainly happy about that.
But here's the thing, Lou. Here's what the problem is, man. You cannot. This is what they did against the 49ers too. They went to California, and they kept saying, "Oh, we hate 49ers. We hate 49ers." And you know what the 49ers did? They came out and wore a short F Dallas. And that was Titan Kittle. Kittle did that after the touchdown. And then what you do is you go antagonize a team that has a better record than you, with a better offense than you, with a better defense, well, a smarter defense than you, and then you go and lay a goose egg the first and second quarter. And then you let a team go 31 up on you and you only scored 3 points. Then you scored late as 7 points, and you know what they were doing? They said, yeah, we already won this. Go ahead and score that 7 points. You score the 7 points, and then you lose. And then what you do, the same thing as you did to the 49ers. Now, here's another thing. You're going against Miami. Are you going to say you hate Miami? You hate the Dolphins? You hate fish? What you going to say? You're going to lay a goose egg. That's what it is.
They're always saying stuff to each other.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because they got two running backs.
Yeah.
That is really good.
You got Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill's going to look at you going, what? You hate who? I got you. It's okay. I got you, team. Don't worry about it. Tua, throw it up.
Is going to come back and they're going to say, you want to watch and see what I do?
they're gonna take Maryland's words and say, hey, listen, you want to sit on the cactus? All right, come on, sit on the cactus.
Here, you want the cactus? I'm going down the field.
I'm telling you right now, man.
Wait for you to sit on that damn cactus.
They're gonna look. This is being real, right? Look at your team right now. Your team is good, 10-4, just like the Eagles, 10-4. Eagles have a good shot of winning the East because their schedule is winnable. Yours, you lost to the Bills. Luckily, Eagles lost too, but the most.
How the heck did they lose?
I had no idea. I was like, how can you lose to a team like them? How? I don't understand.
Somebody outwitted them.
I think what they did was
Only thing I can think of.
I think either the Eagles were thinking the same thing. They were thinking as anything that we can beat them, and they let them sneak in and win. That's all I think. But if you look at the Dallas Cowboys, they absolutely psyched themselves out by saying, "Oh, we're gonna beat them." Even the fans, not you, Lou. I don't know if you actually talked about if you think so, but the fans that I spoke to, they were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna beat them. We're gonna put 50 on them." I'm like, I don't think you understand the Bills yet. I don't think 50 is an actual good number for you to predict. Oh, we're gonna be all right.
Which team comes out?
Yeah, exactly. And then when I saw that person again, he said no comment. I said, listen, I'm not a reporter. You can talk to me. No comment. Wait, where are you going? Why are you going to the bathroom? Why are you going to the bathroom? Let me talk to you. All right. Like no comment. What you mean? Why are you running to the bathroom? You don't have to use the bathroom. I just saw you go in the office like 5 minutes ago. And then when I leave, he's just going to the break room. I'm like, can I talk to you? He said, no comment. I said, why are you running? Stop it. But my point is, man, the more that your team opens their mouth and say some stupid crap, the more they're going to get beat up on the field. And I'm pretty sure Tua and the offense is looking at how the defense react. I get Bland is good. Bland is phenomenal. He created an NFL, broke an NFL record for interceptions.
Yeah.
I give you a hats off to him. He reminds me of D'Angelo Hall, right? D'Angelo Hall did that too against the Bears. I have a problem with your defense. Your defense don't have a front four. They don't have they have one linebacker who's actually kicking himself right now for saying stupid mess. You have a backfield that has only one CB, a safety that's probably non-existent, now to the offense side, you have offensive weapons. You have Tony Pollard, who can go over 100 yards rushing, but you don't use him in that offense of the scheme that Mike McCarthy is using. You have a quarterback in Dak Prescott who could throw for 4,000 yards, but also throw interceptions when he doesn't want to throw an interception. It's just he psychs himself out a lot. You have a wide receiver in CeeDee Lamb who just went over 1,000 yards receiving, and then you have another wide receiver who just looks like a deer in the headlights. So I don't know what's wrong with your team, but they're 10-4. Lou, can you explain that to what's going on, man?
Good.
I mean, you got a linebacker who played lights out, but they double team him now. They say, well, double team him.
Yeah.
We can take care of the defensive tackles
thank
and
you.
the defensive ends.
Thank you. That's exactly right. That is exactly why I don't have a clue. But Lou, can you help me out, bro?
Yeah. Wait, repeat the question, right?
I think you were asleep. I put this man to sleep. Good Lord. My bad, man. I talk too much. My bad, man. But we'll come back to you. I'll talk to Coach and Maryland. Yo, man, I give you too much flack, man. I understand. Go ahead and catch your Z's, man. Just note that
We should let him talk. I mean,
Lou, do you want to talk, Lou?
Want to say? Put it out there.
No, he's asleep. He's definitely asleep. He's out for the light. He's out for 1, 2, 3. He said, "I'll talk to you on game day." All right, I got you, bro. You okay?
Yeah.
All right, okay. So what I was saying was that can you help me understand this conflict that I have with your team? You're 10-4, and your team has multiple ups and downs. So you have a running back who can go over 100 yards. You don't use him. You have a CeeDee Lamb who's a wide receiver. He went over 1,000 yards just this year, and you have a Dak Prescott who can throw touchdowns and interceptions, but he throws more interceptions than he does touchdowns. But he actually thrown for over maybe 4,000 yards this year. And then you have a running back who's on the sidelines who can actually be a tandem with Tony Pollard. You also have a head coach who throws more than he does running. It's more like an 80-10 ratio. You have a defensive linebacker who actually runs his mouth, but is actually one heck of a linebacker. You don't have a front four. You don't have a front four. Lawrence.
We have our problems.
Lawrence is nothing. He can barely get around the edge because he's too fat. I'm sorry. Yes, he is too fat. He got bony legs. He got knock knees.
You gotta be more in shape. With the line we have. That's what we have
Yeah.
right there.
You have one heck of an offensive line.
You lost both your other two linebackers. You lost both of them.
Yes. Van Bleek is gone because Van Bleek is gone because he has a neck problem. They told him to go home. They said never come back again.
And then 54 is perfect. So,
There you go. And then you're not only that, bro. Let's be real. Your tight ends are non-existent. They don't want to catch the football. So you really have a good offense, but okay, so he went to sleep. No, who left? No, that was Big Steve. Okay, my bad. That was big. I thought it was Lou. My bad. So my question is, do you think you can beat Miami?
I think you can beat Miami, but but the way the lines have been, it's gonna be kind of tough. But Miami does see this game more than we do. But but the injuries we've been having, and our linesmen, how it is, it's gonna be tough. It's not gonna be blow like you think everybody thinks it's gonna be. It's gonna be a much more tighter game than I was hoping for.
It's gonna be tighter.
Miami's tough, and they're the only decent. They're only the real decent team in the AFC East.
Okay.
So they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight their way through. In trying to best efforts to beat Dallas.
Here's what I'm going to say, and then we got to get to the 7-3 ratio because we only got 6 minutes left. But Right now, the Cowboy fans I spoke to are really hype, but they're forgetting that the last time they were hype at this moment in the NFL at the end of the season, they lost, and they lost badly. So if your team loses, that means they lose the East, but they can be number 5 in the playoffs in the wild card, because they can beat everybody underneath.
Wow.
Right? So they're still good. But they're not going to win the Super Bowl. 17 dudes that I talked to, they kept saying Super Bowl, we're bound. I'm like, no, stop. You're hurting yourself. Don't do that. And they're like, why? You're a hater. I said, no, I'm a realist, because you forget about the 49ers. The 49ers are dominant. We gave away our best player to them. And they like, thank you so much. We were looking for this guy. Come on, sack him. Oh, we sacked him. Fumble. All right, folks. 73 ratio. I hate doing this at the end of the season, but you know what? The Commanders did this to me, so I want everybody to participate. Can you participate? All right, we're going to do that. All right. Commanders take on the Jets in New York. Who we got? Let's go with Maryland and end with Big Steve.
3 points. Commanders.
Okay. Give me a score.
27-24.
Okay. That's not bad. All right. Jordan. No. Okay. She's asleep too. All right, Lou.
All right. 5 for the Jets.
5? Wow. You're so generous tonight. Wow. I'm liking Steve tonight, bro. He said 5.
He just slapped us back. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, he went 5. I'm like, yo, he didn't really care. Yo, right off the bat, he said 5. Okay. No. We're not laughing at you. We're laughing at the answer you gave, that they're going to win by 5.
We're not laughing at you, man.
No.
Jets are going to win by 5.
You're cold.
Wow. I mean, I believe so, because we really haven't shown that we actually executed any type of offense. So, okay, 5. I thought it was maybe.
Depends on, bring out our team like we got Heineke. And we'll flip some crap.
I mean, we had Heineke. I would have said, no, we're not going to lose by 5. We're going to win by 20.
I know.
That would have been my mentality. Right now, I can't.
You know what? He's going to make a good coach.
Who?
Heineke.
You know, Heineke could actually be an offensive coordinator, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I would have advocated for him 1,000%. This dude is 100%.
Right.
He would have picked a really good fighting quarterback. But right now, let's go. Marion, you wanna participate? Okay, she's asleep too. Wow, everybody's sleeping on my show. Okay, all right. Big Steve.
Yeah. I'm gonna say 17-13 Commanders.
You really think we're gonna win by 4?
Yeah, 17-13.
By
17-13
by 4. Well, wait. We got 2 minutes. Give me the factors of why.
Because the Jets is last in offense, and even though we last in defense, but I think they gonna put the second string. They gonna gonna play the second half.
Okay, well I gotta let that go, so I'm gonna go ahead.
Yeah, they're gonna have to play better.
The Jets got a better
defense
than we do.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that's why my 7-3 is gonna be like this. we're going to lose by 3 because of their defense, and their defense is sound. Our offense is our defense is and then their offense is the same of us. So therefore, I believe their offense will catch fire, and our defense is going to lose by 4, and the score is going to be 10-14. And that is it, folks. I want to thank Marion, Coach, Jordan, who's asleep. Lou, thank you. You can go to sleep, man. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. And Big Steve, thank you all for coming in. And thank you guys for and Star. Thank you for coming in and entertaining us with your answers. We gotta be I will not be on New Year's. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's to you guys. I'll be off.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Yo, I will be off. I want to thank everybody who entertained me and came in and participated. You are the real MVP. I'm just the humble night show host, but without you guys, it would not be possible. And then tune in to 2024. We're gonna make it more about you guys, and we're gonna be lit. And I will see you guys over. Merry Christmas. Yo, have a great, drink a lot of eggnog, have a look. Open up the presents. If you didn't get no presents, throw it in the yard and go to Dallas and burn it up. All right, look, we're going to have a great nose. Just playing. Don't do that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that on air. I was joking.
We be talking about the Cowboy game.
Oh, the Cowboy game is going to be lit. Oh, I was. I was trying my best to be as polite as ever, so I don't really believe that. So everybody have a great weekend. I'm proud of everybody. You're human first, everything second. So go and conquer your dreams, because you're conquerors by definition. God bless. Everybody have a good night.
God bless.
All right, God bless y'all too.
All right. God bless. Bye. And thanks for you guys for turning in on StreamYard. I am 1000% happy about you coming in and entertaining and having a good laugh and just having fun. So 2024, we're going to have the best year possible because you are great. And I'll see you next year. Peace.